guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Star Flames, and in this video we're gonna talk about Mr. and Mrs. Ye. Now guys, I know that many people are still high in their Met Gala spirits. However, we're gonna take a moment from that to speak about Mr. and Mrs. Yeezy, Mr. and Mrs. Ye. Now guys, if you remember, it was last week that we spoke about Ye and Bianca Censori releasing a line that looks somewhat like Skims, that will be unisex and all of that. Now, this information is being confirmed. Now, I was scrolling through Instagram. I came across a story on Kanye's post, and someone said that, they heard on YouTube that Ye and Bianca will be releasing a unisex line, and someone replied saying that that's 100% what this Yeezy Season 10 collection is looking like. So I can say that we have somewhat of a confirmation on that. Not just that, when I look at the modeling lineup, they've had like a rehearsal yesterday and the day before. When I look at what those models are wearing, it is definitely giving the sense that there is a unisex line coming, because while I understand that sometimes they may ask you to wear a particular look for a like rehearsal, etc., etc., to get a sense of what the fashion show is going to look like. Someone confirming that that is what Yeezy Season 10 is looking like. For me, that is confirmation that we were right on the ball. However, the date of the fashion launch is when we will be able to solidify that, yes, this is a unisex line and it is somewhat looking like Skims. But guys, let's be honest, right? Because it's not the first time we would be seeing something like this coming from you, because if you remember a couple of years ago, before Skims, Ye was always doing this. So it would be no shocker, no surprise that he is coming back with something, similar to what he has done before. And this time around, I believe that if he does this, which I believe he's going to do, there is going to be a variation, like maybe not just the nudes, maybe not just the whites, but we may see a variation of shades this time around. That's maybe. Please don't quote me on that, okay? That's just what I'm saying. Now, the highlight of yesterday was not the little because yesterday they had a rehearsal for the fashion show, so that they could get a sense of what everything is going to look like. So that was beautiful, that what they did yesterday. But that wasn't the highlight for me. For me, the highlight of what was seen, I believe this photo was taken yesterday of Ye and Bianca. It's just that moment. This still image of the two, for me, speaks volume. You know how they say a photograph is worth 1,000 words? This photograph is speaking 1,000 words for me. So I want to know if it is doing the same thing for you guys, because oftentimes when the media speaks about Ye and Bianca, they portray this couple to be like one of the most unhappily married people. But here you get a sense that, we're out of the public's eyes. We are away from the media. There is, this is a safe space where they can just be themselves. Not just that, I am seeing where a couple is celebrating the completion of a project that has been long overdue. Two people coming together, two artists coming together to make something beautiful. They're happy with their work. They're happy that they were able to work on this project together, and it is also signifying love and connection between both parties for me. That's all I'm getting here. Bianca Censori is looking as though she might be wearing something from the new line. Mr. Ye himself, that pants that he's wearing, that pair of pants, it's giving, stretchy, it's giving jeans, yes, but it's also giving the sense that it could be from his line. Now guys, please don't quote me on that because I could be wrong. Okay. So that's just my little own personal interpretation of what they are wearing. But as time passes, guess what, we are going to see the full images of the fabric from his clothing line. And we know that many people are just anxious to see what these two have created, what they will be releasing. And we know that anything Ye does is always a major hit, a major buzz. And what I love is the fact that there are so many people rooting for him. There's so much excitement around this brand release. Not just that, many of his fans are saying, guess what? It's a long time coming. And what I realize is that many people, while they may not agree with Ye and some of the things that Ye says, guess what they're saying? You know what? Everything that this man does is good. Is footwear very good, very therapeutic, very comfortable, and his clothing has always been the very same. So he's not just pushing products on people for a dollar. No, it takes time to ensure that he chooses the right fabric and ensure that it is made to perfection. And no doubt we can say that this line will follow up, not may, but this line is gonna follow up just the same. If not, I believe that there is a lot more effort into this line in terms of fabric, creativity, designs. Now, there's another thing I have to say, and that's it. That is when people see a fabric that is thin, right? People get the impression that automatically this is a cheap type of fabric and all of that. No, 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 no. There are fabrics that are thin. Remember that mesh fabrics, they aren't easy to manufacture, and to create fabric that is very let's say thin. I forgot the word that I'm looking for, the type of fabric. But it's not easy to manufacture fabrics such as those. If you guys remember, when Jordan Woods released her clothing line, it is mesh, it is thin, and she's saying that it was one of the highest quality. There were a few people who wanted to dismiss that it was. However, design experts came in, they did a fabric comparison, and they actually confirmed that Jordan Woods mesh was one of the highest quality mesh fabric that you can find. So not because something may look thin, it doesn't mean that it doesn't equate to cheap. Same thing as mean. So I just want people to understand that, so that, I believe it's good to share education, because oftentimes people do embarrass themselves by saying, oh, it is thin, so it is cheap. No, honey, not because it is thin. It doesn't mean that it is cheap. As a matter of fact, if anything, it means that this fabric took time to make, to get to this process. And if it is extra durable, you know that that's a high price point for that fabric. The person who bought it, who used it for their clothing line, had to fork out big buck. So let's be cognizant of that, okay? So that I don't want anyone to look at anyone as, being, uneducated or lacking any knowledge or anything like that. We're all here to share, help, and educate each other. So, guys, let me know what your thoughts are about Ye and Bianca Censori, his wife, releasing a unisex line that looks somewhat like Skims. Not just that, let me know what your thoughts are about the beautiful couple being spotted yesterday. And not just that, we are getting a look at Bianca's ring for the first time. This is the first time that I'm actually seeing her taking a photo with a ring in sight. Normally it is out of sight. So I want to hear from you guys. While you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up, share if you care, and see you all next time. Bye guys.